Peace and love to the person that just came in. I appreciate you. Yes, today is going to be kind of a different day today. I'm waiting for a few more people to come in. But today is a day where most people will never see or hear what's going on with me inside of these kangaroo courts. So today I'll be playing a couple of recordings like these right here. These are the recordings where I never get served any paperwork, but they have hearings. Okay, and these hearings, I don't never know what's going on. It's always their trickery where they talk their way out of it. They're testifying and all like that. The lawyers and judges are not able to speak. Uh, on this channel, you'll learn more about law than anything. So, waiting for more people to come in. I don't know what he means to you, but he told us about the promised land. You can see how old I was when I saw this man talking. And this is how many people attended his real, how can I say, not maybe real, but his what is this? I'm going to say, what is this? What do they call this? The March on Washington, something like that. I was so young, I don't remember all of the details. But I plan to finish his job. And so I know where we live. I know this is our promised land. I advised everybody yesterday that took a notation about what I was saying yesterday about this is our land. It doesn't belong to anybody but the Moors. We're the Pharaoh's children. Look at these beautiful men. Yeah, that's what I listened to when I was a child. They took us through when they were lynching us. Man, these guys stepped up. You hear me? When they stepped up, I was living in Newark, New Jersey. I was a little boy. But by the time they finished with Newark, New Jersey, they cleaned up Newark. They were junkies all over the place. Elijah Muhammad came through, bless you, bless you. There were so many junkies. He came through and cleaned up Newark, man. I was so scared as a child to walk the street. And they came through and cleaned up Newark. It was an amazing job they did. You won't get that today. I'm not saying not that way because it's different today, but they cleaned us up. They cleaned our minds up. And then they took us to where we're supposed to go is today. You have to continue the battles today. Never quit, never quit. Look at this beautiful man. I'm 70 right now. This was put out a long time ago. September 19th, 2023. I'll be 71 in October. Wow, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Yes, Mother Khadija. Oh yeah, Farrakhan, my elder. You continue, keep teaching. Yeah, I'm not even 71. He's bad. Let me tell you, he's bad. All of them, all you Muhammads. I got this paper from my bass player. His name is Khalif Yassin Muhammad. And he always, if I need to know something about the Nation of Islam, I can just call him right now. Look at that. Glorious. I love you, Farrakhan. Continue. Today, though, I want to talk to you about, I'm going to give you, how can I say, I'm going to give you some information to prop this up, this information I'm about to share with you about these court recordings of this human trafficking ring I've been investigating for about 23 years now. They're trying to get me right now. And so you're going to hear this judge named Joanna Bender. She's not a judge, she's just a human trafficker. But I call them that to keep it simple. I use the KISS method. I know a lot of Moors to be up here saying, oh, that's not what they are. No. I'm not going to say that or do that. Just keep it simple. So today you're going to hear them talk about how I need a lawyer. And they know that this case, I got rid of the attorney when I went and got Empress Light to Jury Bay. When I got Empress Light to Jury Bay, they were mad and they filed charges on me. Some bogus charges at that, but we'll figure it out. I'll show you what I mean. I want you to listen to this very well. That way you can see what's happening to me, where they don't have any paperwork. They've never arrested me. They've never booked me or anything. Before I start, though, sometimes it's best to give you some law to buttress what I'm talking about. And I'll show you this. This is what I had to do today. Today, I filed a notice of appeal on this garbage that they did to me with this order trying to give me another one of their con men, a lawyer. And so this notice of appeal, you see this case number. See the notice of appeal. And here's this bogus order that I'm appealing right here, where they're talking about coming to this bogus court tomorrow where they're going to try to get me an attorney. No. They know that I don't deal with an attorney or attorneys, period. So let's start the program. I want you to hear this nonsense. And I like to play some programs for you on a daily basis. And so, or these recordings, please take a listen. This is the first day I got locked up. I don't know what's going on.
Your Honor, this is number 8 calendar, State of Washington v. Joseph Piggott, clause number 21-1-03258-6, Kent designation to he on the State of Washington. Defendant is present to my left, out of custody with counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Whitney Stitchell, I'm with the Defender Association Division. Our office was previously assigned to Mr. Piggott's case. However, we withdrew after a period of bench warrant as required in our internal rules. Because Mr. Piggott contacted our office to ask to get put back on the calendar, we are representing him today. Just wanted to make the court aware of that. As there's not a notice of appearance filed for TDA.
Will there be, or does your client need to rescreen?
DPD requires him to rescreen, so I passed along that information. Preliminarily, Your Honor, Mr. Piggott has directed me to object to jurisdiction and venue related to the charges brought against him. In this case, he has some documents related to a lawsuit and a complaint filed by him that he would like me to hand forward to the court and file with the court. I'm just going to make one copy of an additional piece of that, and then I will hand this forward.
Sure.
I believe that Mr. Piggott wants to make an additional record regarding jurisdiction and venue.
Understood.
Beyond what I said.
We'll take it one step at a time. Thank you. Mr. Piggott, as just a preliminary matter, I want to remind you that you will need to screen for the public defender, and you'll need to do that today, please.
Wait for her to finish, and I haven't finished, I haven't talked to you yet.
I can't hear you.
I said I'll wait for her to finish, and I haven't spoken to you yet about the venue industry.
I understand that. I'm just
Okay, so.
I'm just telling you, sir, that you do need, and we're gonna listen to your record in just a moment. But I
Okay.
wanna make sure you understand that you need to screen for the public defender today.
No, I don't understand anything, because I'm in the wrong court. But we're gonna finish, and we're gonna discuss that, because you already passed your jurisdiction.
Well, hang on one second. Let me look at your motion, just
It's
one
not a
moment.
motion, it's a summons to complaint. I'm a federal judge for the Iroquois Confederation. And, that Star Spangled Banner you have back there of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco belongs to me. I'm the landowner. You're a foreigner. You're dictating on my land, telling me what to do. You have no rights on my land. No rights. No rights to have a job, attend college, school, anything here. Only thing you can do here is commerce. And if you're not doing commerce, you have to leave.
Okay,
That's what the venue's about.
was there anything further you wanted to add today, sir?
What's that, Lord?
Was there anything further on that topic you wanted to add?
Well, we're talking about a trial, the venue. That's what we're talking about in jurisdiction. We're not talking about nothing else. You got a summons and complaint from my federal criminal investigation about your government human trafficking Moorish Americans and killing them for sport and others. I was human trafficked by your King County prosecutor, and y'all know about it. You stole my home. My house is free and clear. You called me a renter. You send your boys over. I called the court. They claim nobody evicted me. But yet still you brought a SWAT team to my home. And so now you sue me. You claim you don't know where I'm at. You send yourself to different addresses. I don't live in either one of them. Your court rules are not my rules.
Okay,
I give no consent to you and your statutes and codes that's written by you and your friends. Okay?
Thank you.
So
At
when
this-
we,
sir,
yes, sir.
we
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
very limited time on this calendar. I have listened to your argument and I have reviewed the materials that
I'm
you.
talking about a trial.
Sir, just a moment, please. It's my
Okay,
turn to
so I don't know
talk.
what I'm here for.
Sir,
And so, excuse me, one second.
no, it's my
I
turn to
don't know why
talk.
I'm here. I haven't been served anything. I'm trying to tell you, you're talking, and I don't know why I'm here.
Sir, thank you. I'm now going to answer your question. You're here today because you are charged with the crime of intimidating a judge. Your objection to the venue in this courtroom is noted by this court and preserved as part of the court record.
There's no
I
preserving.
am
It's
speaking
about
right now.
hearing.
It is overruled, however,
I
and we
have a
will
right to a
proceed
hearing in a trial.
to arraignment. Ms. Sitchell, did you have any 1077 concerns that you thought it was appropriate to raise today?
Okay.
Your Honor, I don't have sufficient information at this time, so I won't be raising such concerns.
Thank you. I am going to ask the state to please proceed to arraignment. Sir, you will need to screen for the public defender today. If you do not do that, then we will have to have a conversation about you representing yourself, but I would suggest that it would be much more helpful to you to have an attorney represent you. I'm at this time going to turn my attention to Ms. Yee and ask her to please proceed with arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, is your true or correct name Joseph Stanley Piggott?
I'm talking about jurisdiction and venue. You're not gonna bypass my birthrights. The Star Spangled Banner you have there belongs to me. It doesn't belong to you.
At this time, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So you're
you've
gonna
been charged with
continue?
one count of intimidating a judge in King County,
Well,
Washington,
that's- you-
on or about March 16th, 2021, and providing a copy of the information to your attorney, asking that she acknowledge receipts, waive further formal reading, and enter a plea on your behalf.
Your Honor, I don't have permission from Mr. Piggott to waive anything, nor to enter any particular plea, but I can let the court know that we're not entering a plea of guilty today.
You are entering a
We're
plea.
not entering a plea of guilty.
I'm not
Oh,
guilty of
guilty.
anything.
Okay. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of Mr. Piggott simply to preserve his constitutional rights and his right to
Hold on.
further litigate these issues.
That constitution is not a constitution for me. I got my own constitution called the Iroquois Constitution, of the Iroquois Confederation that goes with that Star Spangled Banner.
That Constitution you got doesn't go to that. What are you talking
At
about?
this time, I'm gonna ask Ms. Yee to please, address conditions of release.
Thank you.
So we're gonna test everything.
Your Honor, in this case, although this was initially filed out of summons, the defendant has failed to appear 3 separate times. We've sent it to multiple addresses. And also considering that the charge before us, as well as, it sounds like basically Mr. Piggott is representing that he is unwilling to abide by any orders, the state would be asking to maintain bail. In addition to bail, the state would be asking for no new law violations, maintain contact with his attorney.
Can you slow down? I want you to read those conditions very slowly because I want to make sure Mr. Piggott understands them and whether he is willing to abide by them will in large part drive my decision about release today. So let's go over them one at a time.
Of course. So again, Your Honor, state would be asking for no new law violations, maintain contact with his attorney, appear for court, update the court any address changes, no contact with Judge Larson outside his official capacities as a judge, no possession of any dangerous weapons and/or firearms. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is your client willing to abide by those conditions of release?
You can't speak for me. I ask you, I want to talk to you about jurisdiction and venue.
Sir,
I'm talking to you because this is my land, you're behind my banner, and you're pretending to be a Moor.
sir,
Only
I
the
am,
indigenous people can rule here, miss. And
sir,
so while hold on, let me finish. I have a right to speak here. You're dealing with my liberty. You want to bypass and talk past me. You're not going to talk past me. I need a trial about every issue I'm talking about before you can even get to church, before you can even get here. I don't know how I got here.
sir,
Let me finish. I'm gonna put everything on the record because you think that I'm dumb. So I never been served anything. Your prosecutor stole my home. My house is free and clear. Y'all got together, brought a SWAT team into my home on January 30th, 2020, and claimed I was a renter and kicked me out of my home. You understand that?
sir,
So now let me finish.
no, sir.
No, hold on, this is my turn.
There is a warrant out for your arrest.
For what?
I am going to serve it at this time and have you placed in the King County Jail.
Say what?
I am going to serve the warrant for your arrest and have you placed in the King County Jail.
Based on what? I haven't had a chance to hear anything, be given a defense or anything.
I would ask Ms. Sitchell, I'm going to direct appoint PDA at this time, or at least I'm going to direct appoint the public defender at this time. It seems to me our next step is to explore whether there are
I don't
1077
even have
issues.
counsel here, so how you gonna, this man
And
just filled in, how you
For the
gonna just do
record, the
this?
reason that I am remanding into custody is that Mr. Piggott is not willing to have a conversation with the court today
I have
about
a conversation, I haven't gotten
conditions
it
of
far.
release.
You just bypassing me, I'm trying to talk to you.
And so we will go ahead and remand at this time. We'll set in custody dates, please. Did you want me to sign a 1077 order today or no?
What's the 1077 order? I don't know what's going on. You
I'm
keep
going to sign
bypassing
a
me.
1077 order at this time, and I
Hold
would
on,
like your
hold on.
assistance in drafting it, please.
I don't know what I'm here for. You got me over here, you're arresting me for what?
Sir, I'm going to explain it one more time, but you'll need
Okay.
to listen.
Okay,
You're accused of threatening Judge Larson in Federal Way Municipal Court. I am concerned about whether you will, A, come back to court when you're supposed to, and B, maintain safe behavior in the community.
I can do that.
Well, I haven't heard you answer a single question I've asked today, so
Well, I
let's,
was trying to talk and you wouldn't let me talk. And I don't know why I'm here.
so let's try again before
Okay.
I have you arrested.
Let's do this again.
You are to promise me that you will have no further law violations. Can you promise that?
Yes, I can promise that.
You are to promise me that you will maintain contact with your lawyer. Can you promise me that?
I can do that.
You are to promise me that you will appear for court either in person or through your attorney as your attorney instructs you. Can you promise me that?
Yeah, I can do that.
You are to promise me that you will screen for the public defender by calling the Office of Public Defense today. Can you promise me that?
I can do that.
You are to promise me that you will have no contact with Judge Larson of Federal Way Municipal Court unless you are subpoenaed or directed to appear in that court. Can you promise me that?
Yeah, I can do that. I can,
And you are to promise me that you will possess no weapons. Can
I
you
have no
promise me
weapons.
that?
okay, not a problem.
Okay. If, just a moment, please.
Okay.
Because you have made those promises, I will quash the warrant and allow you to stay in the community today. But in the future, when you come to court, you are to, we're not going to argue with each other anymore. If you have a motion to make, your lawyer will help you make it. And we have a motions calendar and we're happy to listen to you at the appropriate time. But if you are not able or willing to abide by the orders of the court, then I will book you into jail. Do you understand that?
I don't understand what you're doing, so I can't say I understand, but I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Let me
that's
say
fine.
this though, when you finish, I want to talk to you.
No, this isn't the time to do that. We're going to set a different day on the motions calendar for
Okay.
you to raise your motions, which we will absolutely hear.
Okay,
I just can't do that today.
I got you.
I am going to ask that you set out of custody dates at this time, please.
Okay, I want a motion hearing for, change of venue.
Your lawyer will help you
Okay.
with that, but
And
not
also,
today.
Also, this case is a federal criminal investigation you're interfering with.
I understand.
Do you know what a private U.S. Attorney General is?
I do. Just one moment, please. Ms.
Okay.
Yee, if you could please put dates on the record. And we need folks in the courtroom to wear masks, please. Go ahead.
For out of custody, omnibus is April 17th, trial May 30th, and expiration June 5th, 2023. Mr. Pickett does need to be administratively booked.
I need to what? What you talking about? Oh, no, you know, what you think about fingerprints for? I'm not booked on anything. Hold on, wait a minute, 1 second. You have not gotten jurisdiction over me. I have not committed any crime. It's your people doing ex parte communication to get me this far. From what I understand, I talked to overall, before he made his notice of appearance, he talked to a judge. And the judge told him not to file any notice of discovery for me.
Okay,
So
sir.
what are y'all doing talking to my attorney, telling him?
I haven't talked to Mr. All
I got a
ever.
recording of him saying one of y'all talked to him.
I didn't. I mean, I talked to him, but not about your
Well,
case.
y'all talked to him about the case, he told me.
Okay, it wasn't me.
Ex
So,
parte communication is criminal.
Mr. Pickett,
And we're gonna have a hearing on that too.
that's just fine.
Yeah, we're gonna
Mr.
let's
Pickett,
go.
the next, just a moment, sir.
You
Sit
ready?
down. Sit down.
I'm ready.
Sit down, please.
Okay, I'm ready for you, all y'all.
The next
No
step,
things.
the next step is that you will need to be administratively booked today, which is a short-term process where the detective will take your fingerprints and your picture and then release you.
Is that what they did for, to get me? Y'all did this preconceived?
If you are not willing
Is that
to
right?
agree to that as an additional
I'm saying, is that
condition,
correct? Y'all got it preconceived?
then
how y'all
again,
wanna
I'm
treat
going
me?
to have to serve the warrant. So, Ms. Fitchell, if you'd like to have
You're
a
gonna
brief
go handle your business,
conversation with
but I'm
Mr.
suing
Pickett,
you
that's
right
just
now.
fine.
I'm suing you. You venue, you property. You got my banner up there. You're gonna get it back. You got my ink pen, it belongs to the pharaoh.
Sir, you do not have my permission to leave the courtroom.
What's that?
You do not have my permission to leave the
Oh,
courtroom.
okay. I'm ready to go though. Right now, you're human trafficking.
I am going to administratively book you today.
I'm sorry, we were talking, I didn't hear you.
You are going to be booked briefly and then released today.
Don't play your con game. I'm gonna play your con game.
So
Yeah.
we'll quash the warrant, impose those conditions of release, and administratively book today. Thank
Here, we'll
you.
get this
Sir,
fixed.
you need to sit over at this table, please.
I ain't never been served for nothing. How you gonna
You need
book
to
me?
sit at this table, please.
Steal my house and everything, ex parte communication? Y'all criminals. How much you didn't talk to them?
All right, we can call the
Get
next
something.
case. Sir, have a seat, please, right now.
Next, Your Honor, will be number 7 on the calendar, media.
Justice. I was like,
Thank you for listening to that particular recording. As you can see, I have a line of recordings available for you to listen to this human trafficking that they're doing to me. If you listen to what this fake judge said, that I missed 3 hearings, that's not how you start a lawsuit or do criminal procedure. And these people are human traffickers. You can't even arrest anybody here. The problem we have, or I have with these people, is that they don't want to really abide by what they have written for anybody, and they'll skip anything and say anything just to get to where they have to go. Ex parte communication, if you heard me speaking about that, is criminal, and I'm going to explain it to you why it's criminal. Ex parte communication is like if you have a hearing or a case with somebody, and or they, like you say, they, like you heard them talk about emotion. The motion has to be served to the other side, and you can't go directly to a judge to have the judge's ear first. You have to give notice to the other side, and then both of us, or whoever has to appear before this fake court or tribunal, you have to, that's how you get to talk to them. But they have it whereas they talk directly to each other, and then they try to seem like, oh, we're just neutral as hell. All of them are bar members playing a role like they have no kind of care in the world, like we just here to help you. I can tell you they got a jail cell for everyone. Anybody that's in their way, they're gonna try their best to make it look like you're wrong all the time. A lawyer and a judge cannot talk, whether you know that or not. In fact, I do have a case where I don't deal in case law or anything, because I only deal in treaty law, and that my government is the Republican form of government. And if you look at the fake U.S. Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, where it guarantees the Republican form of government, which is all Moors, nobody else, but they play like everybody's dumb, and so they act like we supposed to know law, like they what they pretend to put on TV and stuff like that. That's how they beat people. But we can't use the stuff that they wrote, because their whole system is what they call the adversarial system, and our treaty law is already ordered, and it's all we do is give commands. We don't take orders. And so these people have it reversed, where we're in the position of where they feel like they can just make up what they want and take you away without having any kind of care, because they got you like you're supposed to think like you're in the 1700s, like you were enslaved and stuff like that. And when you got out in 1865 or so on from slavery, you didn't know no better. And they still think we're dealing with that kind of knowledge. But my knowledge is of a high priest. And I have the law of the land on my side, which is Ma'at. And so when people are using their phony law to trick people out of their liberty, you got to stand on something else other than what they've shown you. In fact, let me play this second video for you, where Albert All and we discuss with this same crooked bar member. We discuss how he did everything to me, and we have a cold argument at the end. So it'll tell the story itself.
We're right at the end of the table. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I didn't come here to be heard first. I came here before.
One second, let me put this on the record super quick, so everyone
Just have a seat, sir. Well talk to you in a moment, okay?
And good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Steve Urshwitz for the state of this matter, State of Washington versus Joseph Piggott, 211-03-2586, Camp Designation Defense President of custody. To my left, represented by Mr. All, and I'll defer to counsel. This will be a roll. The state is not objecting, but I defer to counsel now.
And Your Honor, this is a defense request to roll this matter just to next week, next Monday. Mr. Piggott would like to schedule a motion to discharge counsel. I never said that. It seems to be that seems to be my understanding. So perhaps I misunderstood Mr. Piggott.
No, I never said that.
Sir, are you wanting to fire your attorney?
No, I explained to this young man over here. I'm gonna make it clear, because He told me that he had an order from one of the judges. We spoke last time about the ex parte communication he had with, I don't know the judge's name, but King over there and I were in his office, only met him one time.
Okay,
And I don't know how long this case has been going on. Can you tell me the date this case has been going on?
I sure can.
Thank you. Because I didn't know this was even going
It
on.
was filed in May of 2021.
Okay,
It was in warrant status for a while because we weren't able to find you.
that's not true.
Well, you asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay, I asked you one question, but continue.
And then we actually saw you in court on March 6th, and at that time I quashed the warrant, meaning made it go away, and allowed you to appear on your personal recognizance without posting any bail. So your case has been filed and active for several months, but it hasn't been really active with anything happening on it until the last 45 days or so.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
So,
now
sir, I have a
Yes.
question for you,
Yes, ma'am.
because it's going to impact just the way I schedule your case. Mr. All is the public defender who's been assigned to work with you. He was,
Terrible attorney too, very terrible.
just a moment, he
I'm
was
gonna tell
under,
you.
he was on, sir, it's my turn. We've been through this before. We got to talk one at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
He was under the impression that you no longer wish to have him represent you. Is that, yes or no question? I just need to know, is that true or not?
It's not, I'm gonna try to tell you what we had a conversation like, because if you want to go for this, is it true or not? This is not even a valid court.
I understand.
Okay, no, you don't. Because if you're gonna say you understand, then you wouldn't be doing the job you're doing. Okay, so.
But
don't say
sir, that wasn't my
because
question.
I'm trying to get you to the right level so we don't get into who's who. And I talked to you last time about your venue. My venue is the Court of Morocco, the Royal Court of Morocco. The Star Spangled Banner of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco. It goes with this. They're not supposed to be separate.
That was on
That
the
Star
bench.
Spangled Banner doesn't belong to him or you. And you can't rule here. And when I talk about the venue, and I told you, I said I wanted to tell you about the venue and the jurisdiction, you said, well, okay, well, we'll chat, we'll do it next time I have a hearing with you. But then you said, well, basically you wanted to continue with that other hearing, but I told you I didn't give you any consent for anything. And so when I didn't give you any consent, you proceeded with your statutes and codes outside of the Moorish American Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1787, which goes with the Star Spangled Banner of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco. This flag is my flag. This flag is 50,000 years old.
Okay, sir.
And so what I'm trying to say to you, you have to be, the ink pen you have belongs to the pharaohs.
Sir,
I'm trying to tell you something.
just a
Let me
minute.
finish.
No, just a minute, because
Okay,
I
so
have
you-
other cases I have to
I
get
have
to today.
information to give you before I get to your answer.
No.
Because you
Hang on,
asked the question.
just a minute, sir.
Yeah, because you want jurisdiction, you don't have a venue.
And I understand that you and I may never see eye to eye on that, and that's
Plus,
fine.
soon you get a lawsuit up on
But
it.
for, what I need to know is,
Yes, ma'am.
even though we disagree with each other about whether I'm allowed to be the judge in this case, my question for you is
Yes,
simply,
ma'am.
should Mr. All set a separate hearing for you to ask for a new lawyer, or are you going to be working with Mr. All? That's all I want to know right now. We don't
Okay.
have to agree on the rest.
Okay. I explained to Mr. All outside. I told Mr. All, I said, I paid you $1 million to be my counsel and you're gonna meet with me today. And I don't know what you're talking about today. He wants to just bum rush me and all of a sudden now he knows that he didn't have no meeting with me before this hearing. I had contacted him and everything. And so what I'm saying to you, I told him, I said, if you're gonna be my counsel, you need to meet with me and have paperwork ready for me so I can approve it basically before you do anything. But he said we've been at war with each other because he's Chippewa and I'm Iroquois. Okay, so he basically says his land, he owns more land than we do. And so he says because we're at war, we've been at war, so he wants to now say he wants to quit. And he doesn't have any land here, and that's one of the issues. You don't have any land here.
Mr. All, I wanted, if I might ask you a personal question, I think it's relevant to some 1077 issues. May I ask if you have any Native American
I
ancestors?
do, my mother grew up on reservation. Yes.
This is
And
our
is that
land.
something you've shared with your
That
client?
that is
Okay.
something that he knows.
I was just trying to figure out if that was a, accurate
That's
perception.
the last name, I'm adopted, so the last name is mine.
And I normally wouldn't be asking the question. I
understand.
assume you
I understand.
understand why. Yeah.
Also,
Yes, sir.
Also, I asked him, I said, well, look, I said, you know, that banner right
Sir, I
there-
need you to sit down.
Yeah, I'm just, okay, I'm not. I'm gonna say like this, I asked him, I said, well, look, I said, well, you know that we went through this here conversation about the Star Spangled Banner of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco. You be saying it's the state, the state, the state, the state. Well, there's no such thing as the state. The state of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco, that's what you need to say. When you're talking, addressing my court, the Royal Court of Morocco. This is a kangaroo court. And this guy here, look, I asked him, I said, well, where's your banner at? I said, why are you prosecuting me or hearing my case when you got your own flag? I said, where's your flag at? He says, well, my flag, we got one, but right now I can't show them. Well, you can't use my flag to defend me.
Okay.
You can't use my banner. That's a banner. You can't use, this is my, they go together. They're supposed to be in this court.
Okay.
Venue is improper.
So,
And so, go ahead.
I understand that we don't agree about venue, and that's okay. I don't have to agree with everything.
No, it's not even that. You're
But-
gonna have to hear
Hang
my
on,
venue issues.
sir.
Yeah, continue.
So,
Yeah.
right now, today,
Yeah.
in this time and place,
Yeah.
I can't rule on some of the motions that I know you'd very much like to raise, because,
No, I'm not raising
hang
your
on,
motions. Go
hang
ahead.
on, because we have to
I have a
schedule
treaty.
them somewhere else.
I can only
So-
talk treaty talk to you.
I'm gonna
That's
ask
it. Go
one
ahead.
more time,
Yeah.
do you want Mr. All to be your lawyer? Do you want somebody else to be a lawyer, or do you want nobody to be your
I
lawyer?
need Moroccan counsel.
I see, okay,
Okay, because he's Iroquois.
okay.
I'm
So it sounds
Moroccan.
like
I
you'll
meant
need to
Chippewa.
note a motion so we can have a somewhat more detailed conversation
Yes,
about
look,
this.
look, this is a problem here. See, you act like I didn't hand you that summons and complaint last time I saw you. That has a cause number on it. It has a cause number that's challenging you and the lawyers for pretending to be Moors. You understand that?
Thank you.
And so you're pretending to be representing the Iroquois Confederation, call it the state of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco. You can't represent nothing here. And so when you're talking about, you want to lock me up, and you got an Iroquois dude over here claiming that he's got more land
I
than
meant
the
Chippewa.
Moroccans do, and then he won't show up, and then he's lying and telling me that he had a judge to tell him he can't help me. He won't file no papers for me or nothing. And you want to take my liberty. No, we have a venue problem. You have a kangaroo court. And your kangaroo court has no jurisdiction over a noble. This is my land. I got the paperwork on you. So you're a war now of the Iroquois Confederation of Morocco. So the lawyers, I'm the prosecutor. This is my land. I don't know no state prosecutor. We don't have attorneys. Attorneys represented the 13 colonies. Attorneys and judges ran the 13 colonies.
Okay,
We defeated you.
what I'm gonna do right now is
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll the arraignment hearing without impacting
Yeah.
the right to a speedy trial
No,
in
we
any
just talked
way.
about the venue.
And what is the date that you're
You just say
proposing?
now you want to ignore my venue?
I was gonna request
Yeah.
next Monday or the following
Yeah,
Monday,
okay.
Your Honor, so.
I told you to be soon. He's a low down, dirty dog.
So let's go ahead
Low
and
down.
set this, we've got a trial date on May 30th, so we've
Oh.
got lots of time to work with. Let's set this out 2 weeks so you have a
We're gonna have
chance
a
to hear a
hearing
motion.
over this here venue. Can you pass on my venue? Again, hold on now, cause see, I told you, you can't hear nothing. You got a banner over here that goes with the flag that goes on top of the White House.
Sir, here's the bottom line.
Yes, ma'am. That's the bottom line.
You
What's the
and
bottom
I-
line? What's your rulings? What's your
I'm
law?
telling you, now listen.
Okay, listen.
I believe I am venue, you believe I don't.
Well,
And
you
that's,
gotta test it, right?
hang on, and so your next step, if there is a conviction in this case,
No, we had to have a hearing.
is that you can go to
See,
the
let me
Court
show
of
you.
Appeals
Let me show you something.
and ask them.
You don't
for
have
more-
no Court of
But that
Appeals here.
concludes our hearing for
Yeah,
today.
that's what you do with fraud. That concludes your Iroquois Confederation hearing. You Iroquois, you ain't nothing here but fraud. You just like him. Straight fraud. So you got my banner up there and you think it's yours. You don't have a flag. You don't have no land. And you
Sir,
don't have
step
no
outside,
venue.
please.
You don't have no venue. And so that's how you skip people's stuff. My birthrights are to the soil. You don't have no birthrights here. You're from Africa. You're a foreigner. You're a foreigner? You got a flag?
Wow, Mr. Baker.
Huh? You got a flag, foreigners?
Sir, you need to
Yeah,
step outside,
foreigners,
please.
all foreigners in here, you got a flag? Yeah, that's right. You don't have no flag. That's what the trial is about. You got the Pharaoh's ink pen. No, look, man, I'm coming. You should have had me prepared before you got me up in here to argue like this. Okay. Yeah, okay, what? Yeah, you got me set up to go to a trial.
Mr. All, if you want to just
Low
stay
down.
for a second, we're calling for some
Just
assistance.
straight
I just
low
want to
down.
make sure you're
Look,
safe.
don't never have no public defender pretender. And these common men right here
Mr. All,
protecting you. Hey,
up to you what your
Low
sense
down.
of safety is, but we have some folks.
Low down. Yeah, you better get my discovery. You understand about discovery?
Sir,
I ain't saying nothing.
step outside.
And you want to push me forward, right?
I want you to leave
Where
right
you want to
forward.
push me forward with some discovery? What's my discovery?
Sir,
Yeah, get Iroquois Confederation counsel from me. You don't never get no Chippewa. Yeah,
go ahead and step
Chippewa.
outside,
You
please.
whooped that ass, didn't you? Didn't you? You damn right, whoop that ass. Chippewa. Y'all fraud, see? Straight fraud, you have to Iroquois Confederation grant. You don't have no business, we don't hold it here. Prosecutor, you better have your
Yes, family. That's what I have to put up with. These human traffickers already got it set up how they want to run it. They want to run it like you got to have a lawyer. Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you people about what happened in this case. In order for a criminal case to start, you have to be arrested and read your Miranda rights. Everything they're showing here and telling you about, we did this and did that, is all made up. I've never been arrested in this case, booked, or even seen the judge for a probable cause determination so I could argue anything. So these people are I'll get more into detail tomorrow, and we'll talk more into about why they put me in this position, because I went and got Empress Light to Jury Bay out of custody. And so once I got her out of custody, they got mad. People might not know who Light to Jury Bay is. This is Empress Light to Jury Bay. This is Noble Majesty Kadar Bay. That's Empress Lightning Bolt to Jury Bay, because she puts those lightning bolts on you. And you know that's King ABDUL MUMIN. This was a gathering we had, and it was a beautiful gathering where people came from Oregon. He came from Oregon, and I'm in Seattle, and she's in Federal Way. And she wanted people to come and meet each other and discuss or find out. She wanted to find out who were the Moors in the area. So I met her on Facebook. So it's a beautiful thing. But yes, Empress Light, she's been abreast on all this paperwork that I accept today about the notice of appeal. But everything else, I gave her heads up about the paperwork, the treaties, the banners, and all that, and how I'm moving to take everything back, to put our children back in their positions where they belong, not in schools to wait to be a slave for the people who took everything from everyone, not just Moors. He took it from everyone. And so when people don't really know what happened to them, they'll do anything and say anything. And we have to change that, put our children back in the proper position. We're being slaughtered by these lawyers and judges. And you can see how they handled me, and they had a hard time with me. I only use Moslem counsel, and in fact, I'm the top of the line on counsel, okay? So when people don't really know law, they think they do. They've been fed the information by these war criminals to use their information. So that way, when you use their information, like statutes and codes, case law, and your paperwork, you're not using the real law, which is Ma'at, or Egyptian law, which the pharaohs, which is the first law of the earth. And the lawyers came here with their adversarial system, which they use to enslave people. And that's how they enslave us today, to keep us in check. But I keep them in check because I've been watching them for over 23 years. In fact, since 1987, I've been watching them. And so these people are dirty. They stole $58 million, $11,000 from me, my wife, and my children. And I've been on them ever since. And it's a long story, and everything is is written down. It's not something I'm making up. This is an organized criminal gang over here, a terrorist organization upon which people can't do anything because they have these bar members at every post. They say, well, appeal it. Oh, well, it's a bar member there. They know what you're talking about because they study me I had to shut my channel down because they were studying me so hard. Okay, real talk. Lawyers all over my channel. I'm sure you know they're so-called all judges and lawyers are bar members. It's just they're bar members giving each other some kind of title. They have no rights here, no rights, and people give them the rights because they don't know any better. I'm here to help the people to understand what's happening to them. I get phone calls all the time, or not just phone calls, but I have Facebook channels that people contact me on to give them some advice because they're being slaughtered by these people, and I would spend time with them to help assist with their problems, and then once they get the information from me, they don't call back because they got enough information. Let me show you a couple of my pages that I have on Facebook, so that way you can get a chance to. This is one of my main pages here. Private Attorney General Pigot. Come check it out. I keep people up on the law, the real law, not this stuff that y'all think is law. It's not law at all. It's all a human trafficking game. And then I have a channel over here, Let My People Go channel. Same kind of picture, but this is what they did to me, where they locked me up for 10 years, set me up, and they're trying to hear another case where they're trying to set me up. It's not going to happen at all. It's not going to happen. Got my banner in the courtroom. This banner is ours, only ours, and they killed us and chopped everything down. The cherry trees right there, at the bottom of by my guitar, and there's other stuff that goes with it. But they're not supposed to be separate. They wrote our history out, and so since they wrote our history out and chopped the cherry tree down and all of our other flags, people can't talk right because we were here first and they studied us. Let me show you this other channels here. This is one of my channels or pages. This is what it's about, where these people are human trafficking Moorish Americans and killing them for sport, or killing us for sport and others. I'm here to really assist the world, but many people will see me like a regular guy. I don't consider myself regular. I hope you don't consider yourself regular, but people will treat you like they want to treat you, but I don't put up with it. Here's another one of my pages, the March on Congress. And this is what this case is about, marching on Congress, not doing like Dr. King, all the people like this. We march on Congress with paperwork through our treaty. We put millions of people in this class action case with the e-file of your notice of appearance, as well as your documentation for reparations to restore, and also as well as to restore the government. And these people defaulted in this case as well. I got another page. I do a lot of talking. I could talk for a long time. I'm 70, and so you won't hear much coming out of me compared to what I can really put out. And a lot of people see me and they think what they see is all I know, and do what they see, but there's way more to me than what you know. So this is another one of our channels here. We put that down on the people so they can get the information. Okay, so that's just a little bit about me. But let me show you, let me give you some information like this, though. Many people think that let me, please watch this real quick. I don't think, no, this is not the one. 1 second. It is one of them, but I got a lot of videos. It's not the one I want to point out. 1 second. I'm in the live section. Got to go right over here. See, this is our Earth. See the pyramids right here? Many people is new to
this. Footage taken from an aircraft shows dozens of well-formed pyramids somewhere in a restricted area of Antarctica. The footage is said to have been recorded near the end of the 1800s by an Army pilot whose identity was never disclosed.
That was Admiral Byrd. Admiral Byrd did an expedition in Antarctica, and he came up with a lot of stuff where he had found mastodons. I saw the videos of him. Everything that they say that was extinct.
When I was in the Ridge last, I bought this parcel of...
It's not extinct. Let me show you what I wanted to get to you, though. One sec.
This footage taken from an aircraft shows dozens of well-formed pyramids somewhere in a...
See, people trust lawyers, but don't trust them. This is an investigation I put together in a video I put together. Watch, please pay it close attention. This is about how they killed Kennedy. See, look. I missed it. I kind of went to, let me start over. Watch, quick, watch here, the gun. Watch.
Inadvertently gotten a sassy answer to that question from attorney Mark Koplik in its hidden camera video. Koplik explained to the representative of the phony African minister why he never worried about government subpoenas.
They don't send the lawyers to jail because we run the country.
You run the country?
Still do.
I love it.
Still do. I should say some lawyers run the country.
So you are some of them? Two of them?
Yeah, we're still members of a privileged class in this country.
So what does it mean you run the country? It means
We make the laws, and when we do so, we make them in a way that is advantageous to the lawyers.
So yes, the laws that they're making are not.
First Coast News investigation, big trucks, big scheme. And we're good.
They're actually statutes and codes, and they put it all together in a mishmash type of thing and con you into thinking this law, but then they can't use the treaty, which is the supreme law of the land of the earth or the land of Morocco, which the supreme law is Ma'at. That's the law that goes with the great law of peace. The lawyers, like I say, they use the adversarial system, but we use Ma'at, or the great law of peace, great law of Ma'at, the great law of Islamism. Anyway, people, it's been a beautiful day. I look forward to talking to you daily. Okay? Tomorrow, please show up at the same time if you have the time to give me your precious time. I know what time is about. Being lost. I did 10 years in prison for nothing by these crooked, low-down human trafficking judges and lawyers. These people got you tripped up and thinking that this is the same time when they came here. They think we're the same people then. We're different now. We're catching up. We're waking up. And our jobs are to protect our children. My case is about protecting the children in the future. Islam to everyone, all the Moors around the world. I love all of you. Islam.